welcome to this week's video. Now, in this week's video, I get called out for inappropriate playing on my new guitar.
He's got a new Van Halen guitar, you know.
And for the first time, I have to censor the potty mouth singer Josh on one of my clips.
Tom Walker, you better talk to him.
I want to talk about a couple of bits of technology that have become more accessible to the gigging musician, which for me have been a complete game changer and now changing the way I've done things for 30 odd years. So I'm only going to show you clips from 2 gigs this week, but on both these gigs the audio was recorded multi-tracked from the desk. Now this is something that would have cost a fortune to do in the past. In the 70s there was the truck that used to go around and record live albums. Isn't Smoke on the Water about it or something? That truck that used to go around and park outside stadiums where these huge bands were playing so they could record on these huge tape machines. Whereas now, well, I'm going to show you in a little while what I can use to record the entire gig and multi-track the whole thing. Now the other thing on both these gigs is I'm using in-ear monitors. Again, this is something that now it's pretty much accessible to most bands because you can buy kit that can do mixes for the entire band that are really affordable. So I shall come on to that, but first of all I'm going to show you this first clip and I want you to listen to the audio on this. Now I mixed this when I got it back home, but this is recording using my new desk, which I shall show you after the clip. So check this out. This is a solo on Play That Funky Music and I'm playing my Franken Strat because I broke a string on my normal Strat.
He's got a new Van Halen guitar, you know.
And if you've watched my channel before, you'll know that normally I put the audio from the camera. It's a GoPro camera and it does pretty good audio, but compared to the audio that you're getting off the desk now, it sounds pretty pathetic. So I've done this clip where I'm going to switch between the audio off the camera and the audio off the desk. Check this out. So what you may ask, because I need to be able to do this, but I've bought one of these. This is an Allen and Heath CQ18T, that's right. And basically this is a touchscreen mixing desk. This is basically a mixing desk, but it hasn't got any faders on it. You do most of it on the touch screen or you can do it with an app. And there's a few physical controls. It's the reason I got this one mainly is because you've got physical controls. So if you're getting feedback and stuff, you can just turn stuff down. Whereas if you're on an iPad, I always worry that the iPad logs itself out and everything starts feeding back. You're rather stuck. But so it's part of the reason why I went for this one. And the other thing, this is, instead of having a big lorry parked outside doing the multi-track recording, this is the only thing that I need to do the multi-track recording. It all goes onto that, onto an SD card, which is amazing. So that's how I'm achieving this sound. I can basically plug the entire band into this, and we've all got our own output, so we can do our own monitor mixes using our in-ear monitors. We've got an app on our phone which enables us to mix it exactly how we want it. And this, about 900 quid these are in this country, but you think of everything it does compared to how much all that would have cost not that long ago. It's pretty amazing. So let me play you another track recorded using that desk. Here's another track from the same gig using the Strat. I repaired the string. is you don't need tons of gear to be able to achieve this. I've got a couple of microphones here. I've got a kick drum microphone for the kick drum. I've got one of these which I hang over the guitar amp, which I'm really pleased with the sound of this. So I'm using this to monitor and record, obviously. And I recently bought one of these as well for the snare drum. This is a fairly industry standard mic that comes with a clamp. So I've got that and that. And the only other thing, apart from the kick drum mic and the vocal mics, which we've got anyway, is a pair of overhead mics. And these were cheap, a pair of these with a stereo clip. I think when I bought these, they were about 30 quid for the pair, which is ridiculous, but they sound fantastic. They were from Thomann. So just with that inexpensive gear, we can get this quality of recording now, which I absolutely love having. I've always wanted a desk that can do this. Really, as much as anything, although it's great for posting and for YouTube videos and stuff, just for my own benefit, that one day I might want to listen back and go, oh, is that what we sounded like back then? So now I'm going to show you some clips from another gig. Now this gig, if you watched my channel before, is a regular gig. I do about twice a month with a band called The Usual at Black Lion in Brighton. Now this, I only had one camera set up and it was a bit dark and it was running out of battery, so I only got a couple of clips. But I'm not using my PA on this. This is really the reason that I got my PA. I was inspired by Johnny, who not only is an amazing keyboard player, an amazing drummer, amazing bass player and guitarist, I hear, although I've never been on the same gig as him when he's been playing guitar, because I'm playing the guitar. But he's an absolute wizard with the tech, and he was the one who first started recording multi-tracking on the gigs. And he's got a Behringer XR18, and on this gig he had an old phone that he'd put an app on. All he had to do was plug this phone into the back of his XR18. He had this app that automatically detected how many tracks were being recorded. He just hit record at the start of the gig. That's all he had to do, and he ended up with a multi-track recording. Now, you're going to hear on the audio coming up, I'm playing my Gibson 335, this one here. It's a different thing, it's a 5-piece band. Again, we're all on in-ear monitors, all being run off the desk. We've all got our own app, so we can control our mix. And Johnny has mixed this. Now, Johnny has a different approach to mixing this live stuff. He kind of separates stuff, he gets rid of spill, and he processes it more than I do. And it sounds amazing. He gets such definition on it. I tend to try and keep it sounding a bit more live, mainly because I'm not as good at doing it as Johnny. But anyway, so see what you think of this. This is a solo in Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac. So as I say, he processes some stuff afterwards and makes it really clear and gives it a really nice sound. But he's also very good, and I'm getting tips of him. I've been taking photos of his settings that he uses. But this is a tip for using in-ear monitors, because it's tricky. I've always worried about using in-ear monitors with electric guitar. It's something I've been worried about and I've resisted for a long time, but I'm starting to embrace it now, and I've been doing it quite a lot. And Johnny makes them sound fantastic. What he does is he puts a room reverb on the close mic, so the sound of my electric guitar, even though it's the microphone right in front of the speaker, because he adds room to it, it sounds much more like I'm standing next to my amp, which is very useful. I have done it on my desk as well, but not quite to the same effect that he has. I'm working on that. But anyway, I'm going to leave you with this last clip. This is Lovely Day, again on my 335. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I gave you some useful information, and I'm going to do a full review on this digital desk that I've bought in the next few weeks and show you exactly what it can do, because I'm really pleased with it. It's a great bit of kit. So I bring out new videos at 7 PM Fridays UK time, so please hit like if you like this video, leave me a comment, hit subscribe so you know when my next videos are coming out, and I'll hopefully see you next week.
Tom Walker, you better talk to him.